What's good, YouTube? Today we're gonna be looking at school shooters reacting to life sentences. I'm not gonna lie, they should have made these death sentences instead. We're gonna see how they act after, of course, they ended up a whole school. What you gonna do at that point? You gonna cry? Without further ado, let's get started.
My actions were because of what I chose to do.
Aren't that what actions are? Actions are what you choose to do. I mean, granted, I doubt that you pass basic English, but dude, that's what it is.
Shoot, shot fire, shot fire!
Huh?
I could not stop myself.
Yes, you could have. You had so much time. You could have easily just been like, nah, let me put this back in my backpack.
Because I really am sorry.
Are you?
This is what you did.
I wish Judge Allen would say to me,
What?
there he is. Do whatever you want. I would kill you.
Dude, if you have a 70-year-old mother talking about she wants to murk you, that's when you know you did something wrong. She's 1 HP away from going and she still wants to use it on her. Hey man, shout out to her, bro. I hope she recovered, but damn, bro, you really piss people off.
You killed my daughter.
R.I.P. What do we got?
This is Ethan Crumbley, a mass shooting suspect facing multiple murders.
Look at the way he looks. I feel like he was bound to do some dumb stuff like this, bro. Holy.
Charges in Michigan. On
Okay.
November 30th, 2021, 15-year-old Ethan opened fire at his Oxford high school, fatally injuring several students and teachers.
15 years old. How do you even have thoughts of murder at age 15, bro? At age 15, the only thing I was thinking of is getting on a PlayStation chat with my friends. And you thinking about ending in school.
Ethan reportedly used his father's 9mm handgun, who called 911 once he found the gun missing.
I have a missing gun, and my son
If your son can even access your gun, clearly you wasn't using that thing properly.
went to school, and then someone told me that there was an active shooter, and then I raced home just to find out, and I think my son took the gun.
Within minutes, first
Okay.
responders arrived at the scene.
Fires responding on an Assista County medical emergency, Oxford High School. Scene is not secure.
Okay.
Multiple injuries.
Damn.
They evacuated everyone to safety.
I feel like the pain of being in this surrounding, in this setting, gotta be one of the worst things to ever live, bro. Panicking of the fact that you might be gone in high school is crazy to me. This is what they gotta do for drills, bro. You just gotta run it.
Slow down, you're fine.
Tragically, it was too late for
Damn.
3 students who
R.I.P.
died at the scene. The fourth succumbed to his injuries later at the hospital.
R.I.P.
Ethan was arrested shortly after the shooting. His parents were called to the station where they confronted their killer son.
Well, it doesn't matter if he was a saint his whole goddamn life. How do you go from being the best person ever to ending a school, huh?
However, Ethan's only concern was his cat Dexter, apparently named after a psychopathic TV character.
You murdered 3 people. Nobody cares about your ugly ass cat, bro. What are you talking about? Oh, yes, I know I'm never coming out, but make sure my cat is okay. You clearly had no regard for human life, but now you want to care about cats.
That's why.
I love you.
His parents
I'm sorry, I would not tell my son I love you if he did some shit like this.
were shocked at their son's
I hate
lack
you.
of remorse. Ethan was charged with first-degree murder and terrorism. At his trial, the
Terrorist?
prosecution laid out the seriousness of the case.
The hearing today is the most important legal proceeding in the lives of nearly everyone in this courtroom.
Yup.
It is incredibly important for the defendant.
Yo, please get the camera off of this dude, bro. If I have to look at his ass for another second, bro, I'm about to crash out myself. He is so chopped.
His life is at stake. But everyone else is here in this courtroom today because this defendant made the decision to kill 4 other people and to take their lives instead of his own.
Ethan's journal and chilling text messages containing a list of things he needed for the shooting, including
What?
pistol mags,
You crafting a list?
a mask, and a knife.
What the hell is a kinfei? Dude, you don't even know how to spell knife? What is a kinfei? If anything, you need to stop terrorizing people and start terrorizing a dictionary, bro. Pick up a grammar book. You can't even spell friends correctly. No wonder why your ass got mad as hell. You probably got chose to do popcorn reading and your ass struggled the most, huh?
Were presented as evidence.
And then throughout this page, the defendant write a list of items it appears that he plans to take on November the 30th.
Ethan had written his desires for the shooting in graphic detail.
Damn!
The biggest school shooting in Michigan's history. I will kill everyone I
Dude, that is an M right there. What the hell is an F in MG? Dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This man might be slow.
The first victim has to be a pretty girl with a future so she can suffer just like me.
How do you even depend that? Oh my goodness. Does she have a 4.0 and she look good? Yeah, bro, let's end her. Like, I know nobody like you and I know no girl ever wants you, bro. But you ain't gotta take it out on them. It's not your fault it's not their fault that you chop.
Ethan also mentioned that he wanted his victims' parents to suffer.
I just saw a group of girls sitting down in the hallway. If I had my pistol on me, then I would have not hesitated to blow both of their brains out.
Why?
I would just hope their parents will feel with sadness and distraught.
What do you gain?
When I shoot up the school, I hope that every parent of kids I gratefully murder will be so sad that they kill themselves.
What? Yo, bro, okay, I don't know what the world did to you, but clearly, bro, somebody shat on your cereal. You woke up on the wrong side of the bed. This is page 18 of the journal. Y'all gotta give him the death sentence.
There were also recordings of a failed kidnapping and murder plan of a girl next door.
I started making a plan. It was a plan to kidnap and kill her. I talked to find out where she lives and found out she lives a 5-minute walk away from me. I made this plan to break in the BR bedroom at night and kidnap her with an industrial-sized garbage bag.
You getting specific with garbage bags too? And I'm looking at this word. This does not say fortunately. This is fortunately. No, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Your writing is terrible. And you can't even write on the lines. You know what? Why am I criticizing your writing? You're a horrible human being.
I would then take her to my basement where I would torture and
okay, R. Kelly.
Her throat alive. I was so close to executing the plan, but fortunately, my friend, Redacted, stopped me very calmly.
A week before the shooting, Ethan did a bunch of Google searches about prison sentences in Michigan.
He Google searched, what is the worst prison sentence you can get in Michigan?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, this gotta be the dumbest shit you could ever do. You gonna Google search, well, will I still have a life? Like, you ended kids, and you expect to have a life afterwards?
He wrote, what is a life sentence for a 15-year-old?
One day before the incident,
he knows what he's
his
gonna
thoughts
get.
and plans for the shooting.
My name is Ethan Crumbley, aged 15, and I will walk behind someone and I will shoot a bullet in their skull. I'm going to open fire on everyone in that hallway. The hallways are too jam-packed. I will try and hit as many people as I can, and I will find people hiding. I'm going to teach them a lesson.
Ethan went on to say how he couldn't get the idea of killing people out of his mind.
I can't stop thinking about it. Like, it's constantly in my head. Every conversation I have with someone, no matter what, I'm thinking about it.
His school principal took to the stand.
That's
She
crazy.
recounted how she desperately tried to save one of the victims.
I could feel the entrance wound in the back of his head.
Damn.
I could see that the bullet had exited through his eye.
Shout out to all the staff, all the principals, all the teachers that make sure that they put their lives ahead of their students, because I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the craziest things to deal with. And for you to have to witness the same kids that you teach, you know, go out like this, gotta be one of the most traumatizing things, bro.
So when I put my hand down on the ground, I put my hand in what would have been his eyeball. I
R.I.P.
immediately started to begin to take his pulse. And
that's something that you're just never gonna forget in life, bro. I hope she recovers, bro.
Check his vitals as best as I could.
Ethan initially pleaded not guilty on the grounds of insanity.
Not guilty? Even Better Call Saul can't get your ass out of prison, bro. You is not going nowhere except some bars.
He had several chaotic meltdowns in custody.
I've seen better acting in Darn Man, bro. The dude is normal, bro. Get his ass arrested.
While one time he asked for help, on another occasion he kept yelling, "Oh God, why didn't you stop it?" and "I am sorry."
Why did it too stop it? What are you talking about? They couldn't.
Why didn't you stop it? I know she stopped it. Please stop it. Please stop it. Why didn't you stop it, God? Why didn't you stop it? I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie, if I was one of these people that were like tasked to like stop him, I'm sneaking in a quick little punch right there, just for the family members, one for every victim.
Please, God. I'm sorry.
A mental health expert said Ethan had a psychosis episode and deemed him mentally ill.
We witnessed.
You gotta lie, bro. Say he's normal.
In the throes of psychosis. He's having a panic attack and a break with reality.
A school senior also said that Ethan was often bullied and picked on.
Okay.
No, I do not know who he is, but I have seen him around the school, and he's a kid, you know, he's a regular kid that goes to school, you know. He's been picked on and stuff like this, so when a kid has been picked on and stuff, people's bullying him, you're gonna get this. You know?
Hell no, you aren't. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't 100% against bullying, but you are not gonna tell me because a few kids call you blah, blah, blah. I went to high school and middle school myself. Middle school, I got flamed on. People were calling me big head. They were calling me this. So much crazy terms, all these negative things. But never did I once thought to myself, yeah, let me get the AR-15 and let me go crazy. You feel me? Bullying is weird to me. It's always been weird to me. What do you mean you're gonna blame someone based off of their appearance? Dude, do you like me? Like, why are you even commenting on my looks? It's like, bullying is stupid. But granted, even if you do get bullied, this is definitely not the way to go.
Gonna get this reaction.
However, Ethan later confessed and pleaded guilty to all charges.
Is it true that your actions on November the 30th, 2021 caused the deaths of Madison Baldwin, Tate Muir, Hannah St. Juliana, and Justin Schilling?
Yes.
At his sentencing, family members of the victims addressed the killer of their loved ones.
As I don't wish death upon you, that would be too easy. I hope the thoughts consume you and they replay over and over in your head.
She cooked
The thoughts won't stop.
I can't stop thinking about it.
I'm sure you've heard that paraphrase before. I
She
hope the
cooked
screams keep you up at night and they cause real hallucinations.
While the mother of one victim wished for a worse punishment than death, the father of another asked the judge to sentence him to life.
I feel strongly that the individual should never be allowed to walk among his peers again.
Facts.
And this is why I'm going to ask you to lock this son of a up for the rest of his pathetic life.
Let him
His
know.
blatant lack of human decency and disturbing thoughts on life in general do not in any way warrant a second chance.
Definitely.
My son doesn't get a second chance, and neither should he.
R.I.P., bro.
A remorseful Ethan spoke to the victims' families and apologized for the pain he caused them.
My actions were because of what I chose to do.
No shit, Sherlock.
I could not stop myself, but I am the one who led to why we are here today. So I really am sorry for what I've done, for what I've taken of them. I cannot give it back, but I can try my best in the future to help other people, and that is what I will do.
Ultimately, it was time to learn his fate.
The court cannot underscore defendant's extensive planning and execution in this case enough. He practiced shooting at a gun range.
Insane.
And on November 30th, 2021, he could have chose not to conduct the school shooting, but he didn't. He continued to walk through the school, picking and choosing who was going to die. But defendant shot and killed Justin.
I feel like the last thing you would want as a person that's doing anything weird is a black judge, bro. You know the black judges don't play around, bro. You not gonna receive another chance, boy.
Chilling at point blank range after having him get down on his knees in front of another student. He shot most people multiple times. And as he wrote, he did this for notoriety. And he wanted to go down in history as the biggest shooter.
Where were you acting insanity there? At the time of the shooting, why didn't your ass tweak out like that, huh? But now you want to plead insanity. Shut your ass up. You meant to do that.
In Michigan history. He wanted to see the impact of his crime, which is why he did not take his own life. With that, the court having read the PSI and being fully familiar with the defendant and the underlying facts of this case, consensus of the court is that defendant shall serve life without the possibility of parole.
Ethan Crumbley was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Good.
Plus an additional 24 years.
You see that? You're not even gonna be the Avatar. You're not gonna live to see 124. Even in hell, you're gonna get in prison. Look at his ass. Man, get your ass on, bruh.
Later, his parents James and Jennifer Crumbley were charged with involuntary manslaughter for failing to secure the handgun and ignoring the warning signs of their son's behavior. Ethan had previously claimed that he paid James to buy him the gun, which was used in the shooting.
Is it true that you asked him to buy the firearm?
Yes.
Is it true that you gave him your own money to buy the firearm?
Yes.
CCTV footage also showed Ethan practicing
horrible dad and mom, bruh.
Shooting with Jennifer at a local range with the same gun.
You will never see me go to the gun shooting with my son if I have one.
Just days before he killed 4 people. The parents fled after the shooting and were arrested while hiding in a friend's shop.
It's dramatic body cam video
Good.
of a SWAT team arresting the parents of school shooter Ethan Crumbley.
The police, realizing they got a call, they got a tip that the car was seen at a location, and
why are y'all trying to
just
hide?
Swarmed in. We saw heavily armed police officers, SWAT team members all over the east side of Detroit, looking for them.
Of course they would be from Detroit, Michigan.
Both were convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison. This was the first time in American history that a parent was criminally charged for a mass school shooting committed by their child.
We need that to happen more too.
While Ethan Crumbley will spend the rest of his life in prison for shooting up his school, how does it compare to having a change of heart in the middle of a shootout?
I could have shot her, but I don't know.
I'm sorry. So yo ass is gonna go to a school with the thoughts of emptying everyone, going on a 30 KD ratio, and you gonna think, oh, never mind. Hey, I'm glad he went through that change, but
I just couldn't do it.
Like in the case of 19-year-old Sky Bouche,
what happened?
who's facing trial for a school shooting in Florida. On April 20th, 2018, 2 months after the Parkland High School shootings, which killed 17 people, CCTV footage showed former student Bouche entering Forest High School with a blue backpack and a black guitar case.
Okay. Why isn't there more security asking students, yo, are you supposed to be here? Little does that man walking up know, bruh.
The guitar case contained a shotgun, while his backpack stored a tactical vest, gloves, and multiple shotgun shells. Bouche entered the boys' washroom, loaded his gun, and changed into his gear. Armed with his weapon, Bouche then walked towards classroom 212 and fired around into the door, injuring a student standing behind it.
Damn.
When police arrived, they found the injured student lying on a makeshift bed of chairs.
What the hell is that?
Who was that?
996,
Since Bouche was nowhere to be found, they asked the staff to lock down the school.
Hey, lock this school down.
Then, one of the officers discovered that Bouche was in a classroom down the hall.
Somebody said McManus has the kid. Huh? McManus has the kid. Where?
I would have been like, kill him.
They rushed there, only to find the teenager sitting on a chair, waiting to surrender.
Down on the ground. What the hell? Put your hands behind your back.
Much to the officer's disbelief, Bouche tried to justify his actions.
I'm sorry, sir.
What do you say?
I wasn't raised by the right people.
That is your magic excuse for wanting to end the school? Huh? Oh, I wasn't raised by the right people. Who were you raised by? Ogres? Was you raised by Shrek? Even Shrek would have raised someone right, but were you raised by the animals? Like lions or some shit?
Are you kidding me?
There's a lot of violence. I don't know. In medical.
5345 area, the front doors of the main building are all up. I'm walking around the outside.
Are you serious?
I don't know why.
Don't say another word.
Sometimes, I just don't feel anything. It's hard to describe because no one believes me.
He said his family members had a long history of mental illness.
Do you have a mental disorder?
Every one of my family's either bipolar or schizophrenic.
Okay, are you bipolar or schizophrenic?
I've been to a mental hospital once and they told me I was fine.
Bouche was taken into
So your split personality tells you, yeah, let's go end up at school.
custody, where he faced charges of discharge of a firearm on school property, possession of a short-barrel gun, and burglary of a structure with a firearm.
What did he steal? School pencils?
West stairwell.
After his arrest, Bouche gave an interview where he claimed he had a violent upbringing.
It's not really my mental or disease or anything like that. It's just being around stuff that, a child shouldn't be around. My first memory is violence and conflict. That's my first memory.
Bouche also said that he felt
But I don't get it, bro. Because a lot of people in these third world countries have a lot of violent family members because of course they live in poverty and whatnot. But none of them grow up to be this bad.
remorseful after shooting the kid, so he stopped and surrendered himself to a teacher.
Do you feel sorry? Do you feel remorseful?
Yeah. That's why I put down the gun. I could have kept going. There was no officers there.
Bouche said he was afraid of what he would do and requested authorities to put him in solitary confinement.
No, just to really scare them. I want to be put away, or I can't hurt anyone.
Eventually, Bouche pleaded no contest to his charges. Ultimately, Bouche was sentenced to a 30-year prison term for shooting and injuring a student at his high school.
I mean, good, but all of the school shooters need this man's mentality. When you there, don't do it. Matter of fact, don't even do it.
Guy Bouche showed compassion even while committing a heinous crime. How does it compare to brutally murdering your teacher? Like in the case of Philip Chism, who's on trial for a
okay, I see why they call him Chism, because that chin is crazy, bro. How did he even assault that teacher with that big-ass chin of his? All right, crimson chin.
grisly murder in Massachusetts.
The defendant violently Colleen Ritzer.
Yo!
He viciously, brutally, and senselessly attacked Colleen.
According to reports, in 2013, 14-year-old Chism assaulted, stabbed, and robbed his math teacher Colleen Ritzer in a bathroom at Danvers High School. CCTV footage from the school's hallway showed Ritzer going towards the ladies' room while Chism secretly stalked her.
Yo! Was there no one near the bathroom? Yo, such a weirdo.
He then followed his teacher inside the bathroom, putting on gloves in the process.
Do you not know that there's like multiple cameras in the school? What are gloves gonna do? Even if your hoodie hides your face, we can still see that 3 feet chin of yours.
A few minutes later, Chism was seen running outside, where he grabbed a large recycling bin and headed back to the bathroom.
Damn.
He was then seen with his face covered, dragging the bin out of the bathroom through the hallway and outside the
I see why he put the mask on that chin. It's too revealing.
stole Ritzer's purse, keys, and credit card. Hours later, he even bought a movie ticket with one of the stolen credit cards.
So you gonna do all of that to your teacher, and your first thought was, yeah, let me watch Batman The Dark Knight Rises. Like, what?
And hours of the brutal murder of his math
What did he
teacher,
watch, the Minions?
prosecutors say Philip Chism went to a movie, using his slain victim's credit card to buy the ticket.
Then, at around midnight, police found Chism walking along Route 1, where he confessed to the murder.
I asked him if we could, if he knew where the girl was.
What did he tell you?
He stated that she was buried in the woods.
And what did you ask him next?
I asked him if we can get to him, can we help her?
And what did he tell you?
He said no.
Police also found the murder weapon in Chism's pocket, covered with Ritzer's blood. Ritzer's body was found in the woods near the school, a few yards away from the place of her dream job. Chism was charged with first-degree assault, armed robbery, and first-degree murder. At his trial, investigators took the stand, revealing Chism's confession while in custody.
So he said he karate chopped her neck, which rendered her unconscious. He talked about putting his hand on her mouth, and then he talked about dragging that box cutter across her neck without
Man, R.I.P., man. All the victims, I feel so bad.
without it causing any injury.
Chism even told police where to find Ritzer's body.
We had asked him to kind of draw us a map of the area so that we could kind of pinpoint where she would be.
And if that wasn't enough, even Chism's defense admitted that he was a murderer.
Good.
Philip Chism killed Colleen Ritzer.
We need more lawyers like this in the defense, bro. Stop wasting our time trying to defend him. Bro, just say he did it and call him a loser, too. And request
But offered the explanation that Chism was severely mentally ill.
He had been suffering from a psychotic disorder since the age of 10.
And that psychotic disorder is coming from that long-ass chin of his.
Prosecution argued that Ritzer's murder was premeditated, as Chism went to school that day well prepared.
A blue sweatshirt with a hood, gloves, a mask, a box cutter.
Unsurprisingly, the jury convicted Chism on all counts.
The defendant, Philip Chism, is guilty of deliberate premeditation and extreme atrocity cruelty on indictment number 2013-1446, charging him with murder in the first degree.
At his sentencing, Judge David Lowry detailed the violent nature of Chism's crime.
The defendant violently Colleen Ritzer. He viciously, brutally, and senselessly attacked Colleen. When the defendant was finished in the bathroom, he put Colleen Ritzer inside a recycle bin, wheeled her to the woods, and pulled up her shirt, exposing her breasts. Thereafter, he spread her legs and inserted a large tree branch inside her.
Ultimately,
Yo, this man is a sicko. You cannot tell me there's any disorder that's making you want to do this.
Chism was sentenced to life in prison with a chance for parole after 40 years for the murder of Colleen Ritzer.
Give him death.
This court will impose the mandatory life sentence for the murder of Colleen Ritzer.
But Chism would be back again in court in 2024.
Oh my
Chism,
goodness.
now
Look how tall he
25,
is.
pleaded guilty to attempted murder and kidnapping charges.
25-year-old Philip Chism pleaded guilty today in Suffolk Juvenile Court to attempted murder and kidnapping charges. He was 15 when he was charged with attacking and seriously injuring a female DYS worker back in 2014.
Back in 2015, while awaiting trial for Colleen Ritzer's murder, Chism attacked and seriously injured a female juvenile detention worker.
At the beginning of June, Chism was being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Dorchester. The documents indicate Chism planned an attack on a female staff member.
This time he was sentenced.
Yo, what is with you and trying to harm like women, bruh? Are you that depraved of any type of touch? Like your ass need to do some shit to women, leave them alone, did he?
To 17 to 20 years in state prison for the attack on the youth worker.
A judge sentenced Chism to 17 to 20 years in state prison for the attack on the youth worker.
While some say the law went easy on Philip Chism, what happens when you shoot up a high school football game?
It's your shot fire, shot
football
game?
Like in the case of Devon Thompson, who was apprehended and arrested after shots were fired in Jacksonville, Florida. Police said on August 18th, 2023, 15-year-old Thompson opened fire into a crowd leaving a football game at First Coast High School.
Okay. The identity of the teenager who was shot by police, all of this after police say he shot into a crowd leaving a football game at First Coast High School.
Earlier that day, authorities received intelligence about potential violence between...
What would make you even wait for like a football game? Would you just not call up to varsity? Were you always unathletic? You were the one that got picked last on the teams, huh? And you got butthurt from that. Relax, bro. It's not that deep.
Rival groups at the football game. Hence, there was a considerable police presence at the scene when Thompson fired his weapon. After hearing the shots, the officers rushed toward the crowd and noticed that Thompson was fleeing.
Hey, white shirt, white shirt! What
A pursuit ensued as the officers fired multiple shots while Thompson ran through a wooded area and over a fence.
Hey, shoot, shot fire, shot fire! Hey, hey, hey! Holy still up! Hey, he's running to the dailies, running to the dailies!
The suspect successfully crossed a nearby street, but was ultimately apprehended.
Good. Good.
Get on the ground now! You got him? Grab him. You got him? Yeah. Somebody handcuff him, handcuff him. I ain't got handcuffs. Neither do I. Mine's on the other guy. Put him on.
Wait, how are you an officer and you don't got handcuffs?
A bullet fired by one of the officers grazed Thompson's head, while another hit his lower extremities.
Honestly, it should have hit it.
Thompson was later charged with discharging a firearm at school property and carrying a concealed weapon. He's currently awaiting trial. While Devon Thompson got a lethal kick up the backside for his crimes, what happens when gang members murder innocent school children?
A gang member, bro. You should be terrorizing the other gang. The ops are not learning English right now. The ops are not in math class. I will tell you that, bro.
Like in the case of Melvin Jovel,
what did he
who's
do?
on trial for multiple murders in New Jersey. According to reports, 21-year-old Jovel was among a group of 6 who killed 3 school friends in execution style in 2007. Police said the 6 suspects lined up their 4 victims in a Newark schoolyard where Jovel shot them in the head.
Prosecutors say Jovel and 5 other men lined the victims up in a Newark schoolyard and shot them. The men have ties to a violent gang known as MS-13.
Miraculously, one of them survived the attack. All 6 had links to the violent Central American gang MS-13.
Damn, bruh. It's crazy to know that, like, people will target you at your school for their gang, bruh.
Jovel was arrested and charged with 3 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder.
The suspects ranged in age from 15 to 28 at the time of the killings.
Crazy.
All face murder and other charges.
At his trial, Jovel described his crimes in chilling detail.
What part of the body did you shoot Deshaun Harvey to kill him?
Back of the head, brother.
In the back of the head? How was Mr. Harvey positioned when you shot him in the back of the head?
He was on his knees facing the wall.
So he was on his knees facing a wall.
So he was probably like pleading for his life. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, gang violence is so crazy to me, bro. What you mean you gonna crash out just over the fact that someone else is in a different gang, bro? You are willing to literally serve life because the other person's in a different gang.
And you were behind him? Yes. What were they saying just before they were shot?
They was telling me to stop.
He even identified the murder weapon.
See this handgun that's 80 pounds? Is that in fact the handgun that you used to shoot 4 individuals on August 4th, 2007?
Yes.
Jovel said he shot the victims because they were making fun of him and his friend.
Why did because they were making victims?
Because one of the victims, the lady that survived, she kept coming back and forth from where she was, making fun of Godinez and myself.
Never invite this man to a COD lobby, bro. Never invite him to a PlayStation chat because he might MC everyone in the party. What do you mean you're gonna end someone's life for making fun of you?
Eventually, Jovel pleaded guilty to all charges. At his sentencing, the mother of a victim addressed her daughter's killer.
R.I.P.
I don't hate you, Mr. Jovel.
What you do?
I forgive you.
No, you
Even
don't.
though she forgave him, the grieving mother cursed Jovel to rot in hell.
I hope that when he leaves this life, that his soul is fireproof, because he's destined to spend eternity burning in hell.
The father of
Wait, why are y'all giving this man some headphones, bro? Let him listen to it. I hope he's listening to it.
one of the victims also took the stand, where he hoped for an apology from the defendant.
Is that what MS-13 membership involves? Killing innocent people? I haven't heard any of you guys ask for forgiveness or tell the family members in any way that you are sorry for your evil and despicable acts.
Ultimately,
the fact that you're not even sorry for this is insane.
Jovel was sentenced to 245 years in prison for taking the young lives of the teenagers. In total, the 6 gangsters collectively received more than 1,000 years of prison sentences.
Anyways, YouTube, that does include school shooters reacting to life sentences. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know who y'all thought was the worst one. According to the story, we need to start giving them the death sentence instead. All right, Jordan Saw this. We're catching on Twitch, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Waxer for life. Love y'all. Peace.